Okay. Hello, Bodacious. I didn't know you subscribed to me. Wait, wrong one. Okay, there we go. Hello, Ert. I was had nothing to do. I hadn't been on here in a while. Just well, I have, but every now and then I wants to come on just to kick it. This is one of the moments I just want to kick it. Hello, Sarah. 156. What's my? Oh, Lordy, come on here. Stay right there. 5, 6, 8, 3, 3, 3, 5, 8. Hello, Ice Station. Just heading to take a shower. I had to say you're doing great. Thank you, Ice Station. You've been MIA. Hello, Maria. You know, Maria, she can vouch for this. I've been, trying not to just get on here and just be like not doing anything. I'll be bored. I'll be in Messenger, sending funny faces in Messenger. That just how, I'm like, I need to do something. Because if I'm not at the food pantry and I'm not at work, I need something to do. Yesterday was food pantry. So I was good because, usually after I do the food pantry, I'm kind of tired anyway. So, um, Kelly Brian, after the food pantry, I'm pretty much tired anyway. But, tomorrow I work. But in between times that like in days that I have nothing to do, I need something to fill up times because I really thank you, Maria. I really get bored. I can't sleep all day. Um, oh yeah, and you know what's so bad about it? I wasn't late getting there, but I was kind of late because usually on pantry day I usually get there like a couple hours early. This time I wasn't because number one I was having car problems. The belt fell off the car, and my other son was trying to make it home. So my other son, the one that fixes the car, was here with me. So by the time he made it here, my other son had to go out there and try to put the belt back on. So we didn't get there till about 12. And so by the time we made it there, it was like 20 families there. So let me tell you, as soon as I got there, it was busy. It was already busy. So yeah. Um, I thought it'd be a little bit light because I opened last week. No, no. I thought wrong. I thought wrong. Yeah. I'm glad I opened both weeks because the crowd I served last week, on top of the crowd I served this week, woo, yeah. Hello, Irma, 333. Nice. Yeah, that would have been something. That would have been something. Yeah, I probably still been there. Yeah, over 20 families was already there before I made it there. So that was a blowout. That's not including the people who started coming as we were serving the people, the people who started coming up. So yeah, um, yeah. Um, as full as the deep freezers was, because I had, I got two um deep freezers. One of them is really, really big, and I have another one, kind of smaller one. And both deep freezers was full, level full. Both of them empty, all the way down to the bottom empty. That's just how many people I served. My pallets where I stack my food on, it's naked. So yeah. So that big old gigantic deep freezer, and then the smaller deep freezer, both of them empty. I mean, all the way to the white, all the white bottom, empty. Nothing's in there. I mean, they emptied out both deep freezers and my pallet. And then, I have food around the walls and on my shelves. Then I have another shelf in the back. Yeah. Hello, G. I didn't know he see you in here too. Brian, G. Oh, you having Christmas lights? I ain't even started on Christmas. I don't really do big Christmas decorations. I stopped that a long time ago. I used to do big Christmas decorations with the kids were a lot younger. Um, I don't really get into all that no more. I do good. You got a lot of turkey left, huh? Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Laura. Yeah, they say you could. I don't know how many people. Brian, how many people have you had at one time? I don't think I've had that no more than about probably six people at a time, probably at the most. Now, Brian, I don't know. I never tested the Zoom limit. We need to one day just to see. just to see can we hold and how would it look? I mean, all those little bit pictures all the way across the screen, how it splits up, you know. Would you really be able to see everybody? The pictures would be like you would just have to do it, the have it to where the person talks and it just shows the person because it'd be impossible to see the person. I'm buffering. I know what you meant. Am I buffering? It didn't look like it. I'm on my phone too. Didn't look like I was buffering. Okay. 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 Well, y'all know how YouTube's been lately. I just, I never forget when, the whole YouTube went out on us, Yeah. I mean, the whole YouTube shut down. That was a trip. Yeah. Thank you, Irma. Of course I am. Everybody loves me. I'm playing. Yes, I do. I'll be on Mother Nature show. I've been on Trisha G show. I've been on Wayne Steiger show. Um, who else, y'all? Been on Mickleway show. Um, been on Rick's show, but I don't know if Rick was a late night show. Um, really? um, hello, the Hunter Explorers. Um, I don't know what subjects do you talk about. I mean, I do tarot. I do tarot. Um, I'm into Mother Earth. You know that. And I do the food pantry. Um, I love hauntings. That's no secret. Um, spiritual. Don't Hell's House Parent. Don't be laughing. I wouldn't do them personally, you know, but I'm so intrigued by life after death, you know. Um, yeah. Okay. Use my intuition. That's why I always subscribe to anything that says paranormal on. I subscribe to their channel. Um, I'll be a loyal fan. That's like, I'm sure I do. I know Hell's House. I subscribe to you. I know. I know. I know. I'm buffering now. I can see it on my phone. Um, yeah, but I do. It intrigues me. Because in living in the dogma era so long, we was taught that after you die, you sleep until Jesus come back and wakes you up out the grave. And we was taught this in church for a long time. I always knew that wasn't true. The dead do not sleep. Um, I knew that early. My mama wasn't quite the average person. Okay, she had gifts too. So at an early age, I knew that wasn't true. The dead don't sleep in no grave until I already knew that. But I was intrigued to know what they do. Um, yeah. I was intrigued to know what they do, actually. Um, Anybody watch Steve Huff? I'm intrigued by that box he has. Ooh wee. I've never heard a box speak so clearly. I think Patrick is the one that initially said something about Steve Huff, and this is what he does his stuff off of is Steve Huff. And those boxes, oh my God. Do y'all if y'all ever get a chance to look at his stuff, those boxes gives off some clear answers. Oh no, no, no. I'm not buying nothing. I can't afford nothing. I got too much on my plate. What I'm saying is I like listening. I'm not trying to ghost hunt. I don't want nothing attaching to me that I can't shake. I'm also, what you would call it, superstitious. I don't want nothing attaching me that I can't shake. Um, so you won't catch me ghost hunting, but I'll watch other people ghost hunt. um, you don't think he's real? LOL, he has a massive following. Yes, huh? Okay. Oh, both of you said yep. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Patrick, the guy who's in our community, tried to make something similar to what he's trying to make. He's trying to replicate. It ain't quite the same, but he's trying to reproduce what he's making. Now, it ain't, you can't look at it as the same, okay? Um, but he's trying to um simulate. It's not as clear. You still have to listen to it, you know. Um, Ghost Hunters. God, that used to be my show. That used to be my show. I just love some Ghost Hunters. Um, oh, the Halloween special where they let you participate. Yeah, yeah. He's trying to make his own stuff. He's really handy. Um, he's trying to make his own stuff. Um, he gonna mess around if Steve Huff is fake. Patrick gonna mess around and make a real one, trying to duplicate what Huff is doing. Cause Patrick is envy what Huff's work is. And Patrick is gonna mess around and make a real one off his stuff. Now that would be funny. That's gonna be funny. Paranormal. I watched that one too, and Ghost Adventures. Really, he did one. He did one episode where he used only his voice. Um, he did one where he used only his voice and then played it back, reversed. Um, and Patrick simulated the same thing with his voice. Patrick also uses the pendulum, and he also and every time he comes on my show, he uses the rods. Um, he's the rods man. He uses the rods because we always ask the rods questions. Um, when I initially first met Patrick, I did a reading for him, and I seen something special in his reading, and I've been hooked to Patrick ever since I did his reading. I don't know pounds, but that still sounds like a lot from 60 to 2000. I know that's a lot. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I remember when you play the record backwards and supposed to be messages in them. Well, yeah, I told y'all I like the stuff like that. So, it should be no surprise that, Huff caught my attention too, you know, especially with the talking box. How about that little recording thing that he has, um, the little recorder? Does the little recorder he used have any, significance? I mean, sometimes you have to, I can't see it. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. That little bit of recorder, that he um holds with him sometimes. The he can't manipulate that. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, Sarah. Yeah, the digital voice recorder. Oh, really? Yeah, why y'all just breaking me down? Okay. Because my mind bad. Yeah. Well, it changes the whole concept if it's fake. Don't nobody want fake. What did I do? Which number was it? Oops. 156. Well, we want to know what the real deal is. Not entertainment. Okay, it's all good for entertainment, but you know, people want to know what the real deal is. Hello, Delaney. Because some of what he got the spirits to say sounded kind of off a little bit, especially when it come down to especially when it start coming down to the belief system. Um, I found it a little bit when he start talking about heaven and all these things. That's where it kind of like, I don't know, something was off a little bit because now if you're speaking of heaven, then where's hell? Then when he starts speaking of angels and Jesus, and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, because now you put me back into the dogma era. Okay. So if you bringing Jesus back into the picture or whatnot, you pulling us back into the dogma era. If you trying to, okay, you hello experimental, you putting us back into the dogma era, which is if you fall in that, then the spirit should be sleeping in their grave, not out walking around. So, that's the only part that was like, mm. And so when he said he was leading them to heaven, I was like, mm. That was like the only little thing I was like, a little bit off with. I know, but you know, but that was the only thing that was, you know, sitting like that's a little bit off with me, you know, because I'm like, okay, if there's a heaven and there's a hell, then all these spirits should be sleeping till Jesus comes back for them. Why are you sending them to heaven? So that was the only thing that was, you know, I was having a little trouble with. But if he'd have left that part off, I probably would have been looked line and sinker, you know, with it. But yeah, that was the only part of that that just felt really off because when he started bringing in angels and Jesus and everything, that did kind of like bring it. Yeah, that's what kind of messed it up a bit, you know, because I couldn't figure out that was throwing me off. That was throwing me off. Yeah. Really, Delaney? Hmm. Let's see, y'all making me go into deeper thought now about the situation because, like I said, that's one of the parts that you know I kind of question a little bit. Okay, Hell's parent, Hell's house. You put something on my mind. Hello, Mountain Girl. Maria, you still in here? I probably lost Maria. Let me see. Oh, yeah, we kind of went, you know, haunted, you know, because y'all know I like that type of stuff too. So yeah, we kind of went into that a little deep. That's another favorite subject of mine. And we was talking about certain tuber. Then they start making me think about it and think about, what I observed. And then, yeah. And, and it did make sense to me. So, yeah. Hello, Sandra D. And the stuff that I just mentioned didn't make sense to me. So I don't even know why. I'm having a hard time with it. Um, Not seeing through that, and I was having a hard time with it. I don't know. Especially the dogma. I'm talking about coming from under the dogma, and that's kind of like putting you back under the dogma, so to speak. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't see that. I saw it, but it didn't register till like just now. You get them wake up calls. Sometimes you got to talk stuff out to realize, yeah. Thank you, Haunted. I'll see you later. What you up to, Sandra? You just dropping by, girl? We just over here just talking about all types of stuff. I'm not really talking about nothing specific. Oh, have you? I just was feeling a little bit unproductive. Decided to come on here. I think that's the best word I'm looking for. Yes. Hello, Patrick. Just got through talking about you. You missed a hell of a conversation. Oh, really? That sounds painful. Yeah, Patrick, you just missed a hell of a conversation. Yeah. Yeah, we was talk. Well, I had all the paranormal. Well, not all the paranormal, but I had some paranormal teams in here, and we were just having a discussion. Um. Anyway, I brought up Steve Huff, and in the his box, and yeah, they was telling me how it's fake. So I was like, really? And what made it interesting because the both groups said it was fake. So, hello, Deborah. So I'm like, well, I know somebody who's, which was you, who is duplicating his work. And whatnot, but they don't think he's true. But anyways, I start thinking about it, and how I was talking about the dogma coming from under the dogma, and everything. And as I was talking about the dogma, and I know that he tends to help spirits get to heaven. And, sometimes where he prays to Jesus, to angels and stuff to help guide them to heaven. And I just kind of, start thinking about the dogma. And in a way, the original dogma was that, when you die, everybody sleeps till Jesus come back. That's the original dogma. But we know that's not the case. However, he makes it seem like he's leading the people to heaven. So, regardless of how it's going, if he's leading them to heaven, who's leading them to hell? Or are all the that's what the rod say? Hmm. State of mind. What the lane that would make sense. Oh, girl, that would make sense. So many follow blindly. You know, that's why, you got to use your own senses. Um, if you're taking a piece from here and a piece from here and a piece from here and you're just putting it all together, use what serves you. The rest of it, put it away. You know, Use what serves you. Don't hold on to stuff that don't serve you. You know. Only thing that I've been struggling with is trying to rebuild my faith because that dogma been when it was ripped away, it's been hard for me to build back faith. You know, which ain't got nothing to do with huntings. That ain't got nothing to do with huntings. But yeah. It's like Nutter. What is Nutter? Like nutcracker or something? Nutcase? What is that? Mad. Oh, hello, Doc. I'm trying to. It's like I'm still gathering pieces. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gathering pieces. And it's like I ain't gathered quite all my pieces yet. I'm still like gathering pieces of it. Mhm. Yeah. I mean, it's like, they just really just screwed my mind, literally. Especially for us older heads, because you're not quite as old as me, I don't believe, Doc. So, I'm a little older. So, us older heads, we've been in this shit just a little bit longer. And, for some of us, it's just like, shit. I'm a grandmother, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, my shit been in my head a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. Hell, I probably got a son the age as you. So you have to, look at how long that shit been in my head, and I'm coming out the dogma area, 5, 6 years, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta be, I'm reprogramming myself. But that's a long ass program. Whether you might not, you probably ain't been programmed but 20 some years. Hello, Brian. Which is not an excuse. It just, like I say, it just, hmm. Oh, yes. You're welcome, Brian. Mm. I can't do nothing but look at y'all younger heads and, thank God that, y'all younger heads got it before, y'all got this old or older. So kudos, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, kudos, for you guys not getting this old or older before, you had that wake up call. That's something to be grateful for. Hello, paranormal people. But thank you, Brian. Doing great. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, religion is. Yeah. Yes, Brian, I believe in that too. Yes, exactly paranormal. Yes, right, Brian. And you do that. That's what I had to do. I had to throw away everything I thought I knew and start from scratch. Yeah, kind of, sort of. It was throwing away everything you thought you knew. And trying to get out that mindset, it you can't do it in one day. It takes a while, even when you come up out of it and realize that something is wrong and everything, and you try to change. It's not done overnight. It takes a while. It takes a while to come from under it before you can move on. It you can't just throw it away and say, "Oh, okay, let me move on." It don't work like that. It's almost like going through rehab or something. You have to really unprogram yourself. Really, literally, unprogram yourself. Yeah, yeah, yes. Reprogram my mind. Had to. Don't you know I still wouldn't been touching tarot? I feel like I'd have been burned up. Because tarot evil. That's one thing I would have been doing is tarot. So I've come a long ways, because I wouldn't have been touching. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh,
You got me again. I haven't been.
Yeah, you snuck in on me. I didn't see you coming in.
I was sitting there quite a while. Hello, everybody.
I wasn't gonna bug you because I know you be tired and stuff, Patrick.
Well, I'm always tired, Lois. That's my life.
I wasn't gonna bug you, baby.
I still get 8 hours sleep, not necessarily in one go, but I get 8 hours sleep.
I don't even know if I'm getting eight. I don't still.
You're a spring chicken compared to me. Hello, Maria.
I don't even know if I'm getting 8 hours. I ain't getting no
Hello,
8 hours.
Brian.
You know that much.
How you doing?
I don't know how I got on. Well, I guess it streamed over from the hunting talking. But it's not easy breaking that dogman. And like I say, I'm not all the way on my footing on faith all the way yet. Not all the way full to where I'm totally comfortable. But I'm getting there.
I don't like the J word, but it is a journey.
Yeah, it is.
Hello, experimental.
Like I say, it took me a while, but I touched the tarot. I don't think I'm burned up no more. Thanks to Jeff, because I without him insisting, I probably wouldn't have been touching the tarot. But now I can't keep my hands off of them. But
I speaking to Jen Fisher the other day, and I told her 200 years ago we would have been burned at the stake.
Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. I'm trying to do healings. I'm trying to do. I kind of consider myself a spiritual. So
I think
I'm
we
trying
all
to
do.
find my footing.
Hello, Laura. Yeah, I consider myself spiritual.
Yeah.
Not religious.
Yes. Because when you put that religion on that, it sounds.
That comes with a lot of dogma.
Yeah, it does. It does. And it comes with judgment and
Guilt.
all that type of stereotype. I don't want none of that touching me. I don't want none of that touching me.
No.
All these years, I dealt with all that. You tell me I didn't have to.
Hey, Cynthia. Yeah, you come away with a bit of anger, don't you?
Yeah.
I did. But I have to be careful what I do online about religion because my son is still in the church. So.
Yeah. Because each person has to see for themselves. They have to be woke themselves, wake themselves up.
Yeah.
You can't wake up nobody. Each person has to become wake on their own.
He thinks when I use a pendulum that I'm moving it, but then so do a lot of other people.
True. Or, that card reading is fake. I deal with cards. I let the cards, I read what I put down. The cards are telling the story. I'm just reading what's coming out the cards, the energy of the flow of the cards. So that works both ways. When spirits move around, how does that explain? It's like I was having a big talk with the paranormal group that was in my chat. How does all that explain? These spirits are here moving stuff around. Um,
I haven't seen one, but I have felt one squeeze my shoulder like that very lovingly.
because the way the church tells it,
Yeah, sorry, Laura.
they sleep until Jesus comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to come back with fire.
So explain that one.
I don't like bashing people's religion because I was in it for 23 years. And like you say, you have to wake up at your own time. If someone would have come to me with what we're doing here when I was at the height of my belief, I would have just laughed at it.
I'm just
You're stuck in that groove, aren't you? It's like being on an old record, vinyl record. You're stuck in the groove and you can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Until you get to the end.
Right. It is. Yeah, you tell me.
That's right, Maria. I agree.
Hello, James. She ain't gonna let nobody get away with calling her crazy. Or a demon, or who's the real demons here? The people who kill in the name of God, they God.
Exactly.
I mean, all the people they've killed.
More people have died because of religion than anything else.
Religion.
Yeah.
But
More
they don't want to see that.
done for religion.
And all of it wasn't. Some of us, just because of greed, because they could get away with it.
Yeah.
It was due to properties and stuff. It was for wealth. They wasn't even all for what their real faith was about. That's why a lot of women died, widows, single women, because of their property. Being called witches.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I watched Doctor Who. I don't know if you know who Doctor Who is.
Yeah.
But on this week's episode, they were in medieval times, at the time of King James the Bible, and they were using a ducking stool to test whether someone was a witch or not. And they actually said, if you drowned, you're innocent. If you survive, you're guilty and we'll hang you.
Yeah.
You're dead either way.
Either way, you dead.
Yeah.
So that was a good one. Because, if you was a real witch, they couldn't have killed you no way.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, duh, if you really had powers, they wouldn't have been able to kill you no way. I mean, I really wish I was a real rich back in them times.
Do you really?
I gave them new life.
I would go back if I had my full powers that were denied.
If I was a real witch,
yeah,
I'd go back there and give them a new life.
Is it me or am I out of focus?
Patrick, you see I don't have no glasses on.
Okay, well, perhaps I should take mine off. Oh, that looked better. Oh dear. I'm ascending, that's what it is. Oh dear. Well, experimental, I see our dogs quite a lot and they jump up on our bed and our cat does as well. Been dead years.
Yeah, Maria. I know I had somebody back me up too. That be Maria. You better be glad we can go full power witches, full blown power witches, and go back in time, Bob. We showed them what real witch was about. Boy.
Take care, Laura.
A witch with real powers. You can't kill nobody with real powers.
Maria says she would have
drown
been
me.
hung and set on fire.
Drown me.
Drain me.
Yeah, drown me. Drown me. Yeah, drown me.
Yeah. I've got to play with my camera. That's doing my head in.
I'll be an evil little. I'll be a little evil summer girl. They'd be so glad to get rid of me. They'd be so glad to get rid of me.
I would
my.
I would just love it to have the real history given to us, not all this fake nonsense.
Shoot.
Anyway.
Like I said, they'd be so glad to get rid of me. They wouldn't touch another. They wouldn't touch another person. They'd be so glad to get rid of me. I don't know. I just get them and I show them what a real witch was made of. Yeah, you want to hang me? Hang me. Want to burn me up? Burn me up.
You'd show them what the resurrection means, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. Let's see which one works for you.
Yeah. Thank you for saying it's a good picture, apart from me being in it. Do you like my background? I nicked it off of Zoom.
Oh, yeah. I like the other background you did on Wayne's channel, too. I'm like, oh, he changed his background.
That was the planets. Both Wayne and I got a copyright strike for that episode.
You got a strike?
Yeah. Copyright claim on the video that Wayne showed with the banana on, which was a NASA video, which is public, free to public view. The chap who put the banana on it has filed a copyright claim against Wayne and me.
Wow. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's quite
for banana.
He's got a quite neat trick to getting all of NASA's videos and put banana on the front, and then he can claim it's copyright. I bet it's sharp. He might be watching.
Wow.
I was astounded as well, Laura. I was. I went on there. Neither Wayne or I had a plan. We just went on there. We decided we were going to talk to the planets. So we did. It could have ended up being really silly if the pendulum didn't move, but it did.
Article 13. What's Article 13?
That's something to do with YouTube being affected by Article 13, which is to stop people broadcasting what they call fake news.
Oh.
And this would be included in what's fake news because it's not real. Thank you, Experimental. I nicked it off of Zoom. Don't tell them.
So would that affect your work?
Say that again.
Would that affect your work?
Well, I'm not affected by any laws in America because I'm not American. That's American law.
Oh.
But YouTube would be. So they'll get there in the end. Fake news.
News. Okay, we don't do news.
Yeah, but we're talking about religion. We're talking about metaphysical stuff, which is all.
So we couldn't talk about religion.
All fantasy, isn't it?
So we couldn't talk about religion no more. Is what you're saying?
Well, you can, as long as you stick to the party line.
Are you serious?
Shall we have poppies instead of that one? Let's have poppies. Here we go. How's that?
Wait. You mean saying that I couldn't have a discussion on YouTube about religion?
As long as you agree with the standard belief of what religion is, you would be fine. But if you was to turn around and say, Jesus never existed, blah, 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 they would take you off the air. I mean, I'm not an expert. I just read a newspaper article. They're trying to do it over here, but it wouldn't.
U.S., United States, but we don't really have no freedom over here.
Freedom?
We don't have no freedom of speech. We don't have no freedom of nothing over here.
Nobody ever has.
This is a dictatorship.
Uh-huh.
It always has been. Don't know when y'all gonna realize that.
Well, been a long while since I voted. I don't vote anymore. Can't see the chat. Where's the chat gone? Here it is. Freedom of religion, yes. You could say my religion is this, and I don't believe in that, but you can't teach.
Yeah.
Have a discussion on somebody else's religion. Like you can't sit here and say that the Moonies are crazy. Brian, I accept your belief in Jesus. I do not believe in Jesus. You have the right to believe in him. I have the right not to. Long while since I've been on here, Lois.
Huh?
Long while since I've been on here.
Yeah, because you've been sick, you've been busy, you've been tired.
That was funny going to the hospital in the ambulance with the blue lights and the sirens.
Yeah.
We've got a humpback bridge near us. And we took off in the ambulance.
After that. I was going to ask you to come on here after that.
Wow.
It was like, no, you get your rest. It's good. I don't come on live like talking about it, either.
I had to do that, otherwise I'd have gone crazy.
That's why I said I needed something, to preoccupy my mind, because I can't just sit up and not do nothing.
No.
Paranormal. Yeah.
Da 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 da.
It's just, the way they put Jesus as, somebody who spoke, supposed to worship him. Yeah, I see that. Do I believe that was his wife? Yeah, I kind of believe Mary Magdalene could have been his wife. Now, you know, the way they got it, they made the woman as, insignificant. They did really went all extreme to make the woman insignificant. Um,
They took all the feminine out of the Bible.
yeah. But somehow I do believe that him and Mary could have been husband and wife and they left. Um, that's not in the Bible, but how the story goes. But they said that it's good just that they did leave and, had children. Um, I could swing with that.
Like you said earlier, you take a bit from here and a bit from there, and then we all have our own individual truth, and that's what you have to live by.
Yeah.
And if you come across someone who has a different opinion, you just agree to disagree. There's no point discussing it because you'll never agree.
Yeah. So, bits and pieces of it start making a little sense after you start putting it together. Brian, I know it's not Photoshop. I didn't seen it. I know it's not Photoshop. I work in Photoshop. I know it's not Photoshop. Um, and they just when all of them took when they came in and got all that stuff and redid it and start tearing it up and redoing it, that's when they start making it into their own, so to speak.
They turned it into a control mechanism,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I've seen it more than once. Brian, I've seen it more than once. Tell me, don't nobody want to see it. I've seen it more than once. Besides, you ain't even put the link in. Tell me, don't nobody want to see it. At least drop the link first before you just, say ain't nobody want to look. Drop the link in. Somebody might curiously go look.
I watched it this afternoon.
Oh, okay. See, but you can know the web and drop the link again.
You just go to Brian's channel and you look for the video with the title Mary and Angels and you watch it, which is what I did.
Well, I watched it again. I watched it more than once. But drop it in there again just for the ones who might not have seen it yet.
Yeah. Yes, Brian, they would rather talk smack in the chat room and they'll watch all the reality programs. We have a TV program over here called Gogglebox. That is where you watch people watching television. How brain numbing is that? Biggest word in the English language, experimental, if.
Well, if the Jesus cat was, I think that's what Mary came in at.
Do, 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 do.
I think that's what Mary come into play at, not so much as Jesus, but Mary.
If Jesus and Mary existed, then Mary played a far bigger part than what has been written about.
I think um the Vatican might hold some keys to hell, literally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, they did.
We write our date's 1803.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, Brian. Being attacked. It's not nice. I've had that happen to me.
That's what Christ said. On March 18th, it's a video in the video heavy. I haven't seen the mark on your side.
Mary is water. And the whole planet's ruled by Admiralty law.
You know, I don't know. I think the Vatican got a lot more to do with stuff than I do think it's stuff here in the realm that attacks. I think it's demons here that do attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm so into the paranormal. To see what all's here. I know it's bad stuff here.
Definitely, I can attest to that.
What we call devils are the actual devils or just a version of a demon. You know, like I say, I think a lot of it coming from the Vatican because they hold so much of the knowledge and secrets that we don't have access to.
I wonder if anybody's remote viewed the Vatican.
That's just me, you know. Everybody has their own opinions, but by them having so much that we can't get a hold to, all the knowledge they have that don't belong to them, and they still hold on to it, and it don't belong to them.
It's like where Jeff is now and Rex and Derek out in the
It's like, yeah,
Valley. They're being stopped from going to see things.
yeah, it's like, you know, we not privileged to have the same information. Why? It's like they got access to extra power or something. And I bet you they can't even use it. Half of it they can't even use. Or people like us probably could. So if they can't use it, we can't either.
I think if we saw the knowledge that they have, we would find out how powerful we are, and we would learn that we don't need them. You don't need a church to believe in somebody.
No. Paranormal people. Yeah. Um, I do believe that, believe that it's some spirits out there. However, but I do still think it's extra.
I think we get caught up on titles and labels um, when we're talking about demons. That conjures up evil spirits. It could just be an evil influence.
Hello, Rock G. Brian, I seen the video, baby. I don't disbelieve you. I even seen stuff moving in the video. I'm not disclaiming your video. I'm speaking in general of, what I'm, believing in, that ties in somewhere else that has power beyond, when I'm thinking about the Roman and what they took, you know.
I appreciate your beliefs, Brian, but it's not your place to tell me to convert. Sorry. I haven't asked you not to convert.
What's up, Rock G?
Well done, Rock G. Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations, girl.
That's a big achievement. Here's
And
to
it
the
don't even
next
seem
one.
that long. It just flew by. Just flew by. But you're strong. Seeing it in your face. You just had to believe in yourself. I seen it in you. You just had to believe in yourself. That's all.
Thank you.
Hello. You just had to believe in yourself. You keep up the good work. Hello, twin. Sure, you're right. And self love. You can keep loving yourself as well. Keep up that good spirit and that beautiful smile of yours.
Da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Do-do-do.
Brian, don't get offended.
Now, please don't get offended. We accept your beliefs and we're happy that you're happy with them. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Wake Up Call.
That's another one of his videos.
What's the name? I've seen at least 3 or 4 of them. Question, Brian. I have a question. If I seen that. I have a question, Brian. Can you dial up on here? Do you got Zoom? Yeah, you showed us that. I clicked in and seen that video. I just couldn't remember what the name of it was. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. But I have a question. Oh, for real?
Wow. So he can state his side, but we can't state ours.
Well, if I'll respect your family, boo.
Don't want to offend anybody. I wouldn't want to offend anybody.
I ain't trying. If they, don't worry about it. If they prefer me not to. Oh, are you sure it's all right? Because this is a community. We talk. That's why I'm asking.
We discuss. We acknowledge it. Not everybody believes the same thing. That's what makes us strong.
Because I don't want to cause no trouble in the home. I'm not going to offend you. This question is not going to offend you. Okay. My question is, you've seen the lake of fire. Okay. So you've seen the lake of fire. You've seen heaven. You know there's a heaven. So you know there's a lake of fire. You know there's a heaven. My question is, why are there spirits still here on earth? Why are there so many spirits still here on earth? And you might have a good answer for that. So I'm going to ask. However, what it said was they're supposed to be asleep. Why are they not asleep? Was that a lie?
I'm not waiting for judgment. I don't believe in judgment.
Was them being asleep a lie? The Bible says that they are supposed to sleep until judgment. Why are they not asleep? No, I'm talking about as we've passed on. The spirits are supposed to be sleeping in their graves, not wandering around. This is what we was taught in church. That the spirits, I thought purgatory was a Catholic thing. We wasn't taught. I never was taught about a purgatory. See, purgatory is new to me because I never was taught about a purgatory. That's a Catholic thing. They taught them about purgatories. They didn't teach us about purgatory. Not like that. So, purgatories, that's kind of a new one for me. When you speak of purgatory, it's like, purgatory? A waiting area for dead people. So that's kind of new ones. See, my thing is.
I have a question about purgatory.
Go ahead.
If we're all waiting to be judged, including the spirits that are here, do they not need to be judged to be put into purgatory?
Yeah, I thought purgatory was like a temporary punishment until,
Yes, but who makes that judgment? You die, you're there, someone says to you, you can't go to heaven, you've got to go to purgatory. Someone makes a judgment. So you get judged to go to purgatory, and then after purgatory, you get judged again. Doesn't fit.
Well, he said he just called it a waiting room. He's just speaking it as a metaphor. But when you say purgatory,
call it a waiting room then.
Because purgatory, for the Catholics, it's like you've been bad but not bad enough, and they purgatory is like a temporary punishment. Then you get to go to heaven. The way I understand it. Okay.
So everybody goes there then.
A holding pattern. In limbo. Yeah, I got that part. Okay. Question. Okay. Do you believe that there is more than one God in the Bible? Yeah, I'm picking your brain now, Brian. I'm trying to see exactly where you are. I'm picking your brain. So you think it's only one God in the Bible? I ain't talking about Jesus. I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about Jesus, Father, the one Jesus worshiped. Yes. Yes. In the Bible, it's been brought to my attention that it's more than one God referenced in the Bible. Do you believe? Oh, okay. So you think God and Jesus are one and the same? Okay. Yeah. The reason I say it like that, because even when I was in my dogma years, we had churches that also believed that God and Jesus were the same. And we believe that there was a Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, that God and Jesus were two different people plus the Holy Spirit. And we looked at the people who thought that Jesus and God were the same people like they were crazy. And I imagine they looked at us because we thought God and Jesus were different people. So I come from the people who thought that the God and Jesus are two different people. So see, we already crossed there because my dogma I come from, God and Jesus are two different people. Even though my dogma is from back, my dogma says that God and Jesus are two different people. So yeah, but it is churches that do teach Jesus and God are the same people. And then it's churches that teach God and Jesus is Father and Son. So the trilogy, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's where we get the trilogy from.
Trinity.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That's why we always say, when Jesus was on the cross and he said, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. Who was he talking to? Himself. So, we had jokes going back and forth with that. You know what I'm saying? Was Jesus talking to himself when he said, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do? So we had jokes going back and forth with that. But that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. But I'm talking about back in my dogma days when I was up in church, you know what I'm saying? Our different beliefs in the church system. You know what I'm saying? Those are different beliefs in the church system. We had that back and forth. Exactly. See, and that's the answer they gave. Yes, he was talking to himself. And we was like, don't that sound crazy? Oh, he was talking to himself. And they say, well, yeah, that's the answer they gave. Yeah, he was talking to himself. And, wouldn't you think the conversation would go just a little bit different, Yeah. It's interesting though, because you brought back some memories though. You brought up some memories though. Yeah, but yeah, but you can't describe that to me because this is my dogma faith. This is how I was brought up with the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I mean, you can describe it to me all you want to, but if I had to go back into my faith, it wasn't nothing you could tell me about my faith. It was the trilogy: the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. But you brought back some memories though. Yeah, experimental. We figuring that out. But yeah, you most likely are right.
Hi, 1111 Code. How you doing?
Hello, 1111. This is fascinating.
Brian, do you believe in a heavenly mother? Which Mary? Mary who? Not the one that gave birth to Jesus. Once again, that's more on the Catholic faith. That's not on Christianity faith. That's more on the Catholic faith. That we worship Mary. We don't I
worship Mary.
agree. I agree with paranormal people. Belief is a personal thing. We can talk to each other for hours and hours and days, but we'll never change each other's opinion.
But that's an interesting concept of how you are. Are you Catholic? Brian, are you Catholic? Just asking, you know. You're a born again Christian. Have you ever been Catholic? You new to all this. Okay. Because me and you should not be clashing on faith.
Shouldn't be clashing at all. Life's too short.
Me and you should not, me and you should be seeing a lot closer than where we are. Even in my dogma state, we're still off. Even in my dogma state, we're still off. Because you pulling a little bit of the Catholic faith in with you. It's like you combining faiths a little bit.
I'm happy for anyone to believe what they believe in, but they should live it according to how they want to live it. They shouldn't say, you need to believe it as well. I would like all my family to wake up.
Dogma because that's why I refer to it now. But I'm trying to understand you. That's why I'm asking you your faith, because I'm wanting to learn you. But I refer to I have beliefs. I have a heart.
Is Jesus coming back, Brian?
I have a heart and everything, but I want to learn what you see, because we all don't have visions. We all don't have visions, everybody's gifts is different.
He's here right now. Can I ask a question without upsetting you, Brian?
Claire, how you doing? If I didn't speak.
Do you believe you're Jesus? Just did. Gone deathly quiet. That doesn't make sense, Brian. Do you believe you are Jesus?
That sounds like a really, he would say. You know, in the Bible, he wouldn't answer a question directly.
I saw that written in the Bible. Can I ask God a question? If you're God, Brian, can I ask you a question as God? Are you a Christian? I think I'm going to have to go last, otherwise this is going to deteriorate. You showed a video, but there was no proof to me that it was Mary or angels. I definitely saw faces, but no proof they were demons. Anyway, I'm off, Lois. Bye.
All right, Patrick. Um, okay. You has all this information and evidence to prove it. I believe in whatever. Yes. Um, idea how hard it is to let the world know. Um, I think what it is that you're gonna have to show a little bit more proof for people actually start taking you a little bit more seriously. Raindrops is in here. Hello, Raindrops. Sure. Why not, Patrick? Mm, well, okay. I'll get to the I'll get to that. You want to come in, Maria? Okay, twin. All right, Brian. I'll go in there. I'll go in there and look as soon as I cut off the live, Maria. Um and go in there and do that. I didn't see it pop up. Been interesting. There's some interesting topics. Paranormal people. From beginning to end, I must say, you know, from the paranormal all the way up, it's been some very interesting conversations. I want to look for all that. And anytime you talk about dogma, it's always interesting. And anytime you talk about the spiritual realm, it's always interesting. So I can't complain either way. It's been interesting all the way around. But yeah. Patrick, I guess Patrick before he go to sleep. Before I lose him completely. Do I need my glasses? Okay. 4 fire, contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. What you working on? Ha 10 of waters, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. And Knight of Fire, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. So you got the 4 fire. He said, bring it close. 4 fire. The 10 of water. And Knight of Fire. All right, Brian. You working on something, Patrick? Can't hear you, Maria.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I tried to put it through the speaker. I guess it didn't work.
Yeah.
I'm in my homegirl's house. She's like, well, I call her my little sister. I can't see the chat, so I don't know what's going on. So hi, everybody. Much love. Mwah.
You are working on something. Okay. The card said he was working on something. I asked him, was he working on something? He said, yeah. Okay, let me see what the cards say, Brian. Hold on.
I don't even got my cards with me.
Yeah, I kind of figured that when you say you weren't at home.
Oh.
So
I'm doing at her house.
Catholic?
I was grow up in Catholic, and then from Catholic to Pentecostal. And I just always had a sense of not belonging. I always questioned things, you know, from the Bible, especially when they started preaching verses from the Bible. And I'm like, wait a minute, that don't make sense. And when questioning it, I was always told, you know, so I got slapped across the head, and you don't question God, girl. What's wrong with you? And I just always had that sense of like, wait a minute, just this ain't right. This doesn't feel right. So I just, you know, as I got older into my teenagers life, I just started not going to church. I basically started having kids at a young age. So that took a lot, and just I did my own thing. I would start listening to myself when in my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Every time when I, you know, when stuff would come up, I will ask questions, and I couldn't go to my family. So I would go to people who were in that same path.
Yeah. I need for one of those. Watch out.
And I think it's just the fear that it was instilled in us at a young age about that. And even in our ancestors, when the Europeans came to settle, you know, and took over stuff and had the Bible in their hand and, you know, believe in this or you're going to die or you're going to, you know, you were getting killed, basically, you know. All in the name of their God that they believe in, that they shed so much blood. My real God is not like that. He's a loving God.
Yeah, that's what I like to believe. You know, is that my God didn't run around here killing people.
Mm-hmm. He's given us these tools so we can help others because there's so many people that are in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you know, when you go help others, you want to help them so bad, but if they're not asking for help, just don't even try, because sometimes it's a, you know, it comes back on you.
Yeah. Trying to see where I'm going with this.
It's nice to have you on live again, though. I sure was missing it. Sending silly faces to each other.
I know. I was telling people I was sending funny faces to people.
Uh-huh.
Didn't have nothing to do.
Yup, I just joined in. That laugh is good. That's all I needed. Since I'm here on live with y'all, I want to ask anybody out there, even you, Lois, have you guys been experiencing like weird stuff? When I say weird stuff, like negative things trying to attack you?
No.
Okay. I had an experience yesterday where I have two candle holders, which I have always used, set them on, they were burning, and all of a sudden, two of the candles, not simultaneously, but one after another, an hour apart from each other, one of them blew up and was on fire. Yes. Then an hour later, the other one does it. So, girl, I got up, I lit my sage, and I had so much, like, my defense were up, and I just started like demanding, like if I was mad, like if someone was in my face and was like, oh, hell no, you got to get the fuck out. Oh, sorry. You got to get out. And you are not welcome here. No way, no how, no. Mm-mm. Like, I mean, like if I was doing battle with somebody that was in that house, but it wasn't, you know, it was something negative. I had to sage my whole house to the point by the whole apartment was basically smoky. The alarms went off.
Okay. I'm trying to see what the card is saying besides just giving you a basic reading. That's why I'm trying out different cards on you. The first one I pulled out of you on you was the light and love card. And it says your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. I think that's about the closest, I think,
Wow.
to what you are trying to say. Okay. So you trying to bring healing. You are trying to bring love and you are trying to bring healing to this world. Okay. Now the second card that I pulled, it says solitude. So you might feel a little bit alone. This card says solitude. So you might feel a little bit like you're alone by yourself while you're trying to do this. Okay. Um, the rest of the cards I'm pulling is not really going with these cards. The first two cards seem to be corresponding with what you're trying to say. The other ones is not. They're going into, kind of into your life. And I'm trying to stay on the path that you was trying to ask me to. But the first two cards did come out like that, kind of on what you were speaking on. What I should have did was just hit it with the questions. Wish you had your cards. That might would have helped. Because the angel cards ain't gonna get it. We're gonna pull one more of these. Okay. I did pull heartache and loss. On this journey that you're trying to be on, you might have a little heartache and loss, okay? Because you're trying to save the world, baby. So there's gonna be sacrifice. With everything, it's gonna be a little sacrifice. But loss did come up on my cards.
This reading is for Brian?
Yeah.
Awesome. That last card, it seemed like to keep ground, like because the colors of it, like grounded.
Yeah.
And listen to your gut. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful.
And check it out, it's 3 and 9. So that's in his numbers.
Wow. Hey, Brian, play those numbers in the lottery. Huh? Why are you hiding, sis?
Okay. So, I pull little cards sometimes to go with my cards. So, with the light and love card, I pull falseness, the falseness card. So, even though your purpose to bring divine healing light and love to this world, you still expect falseness. And this picture is kind of a picture of an angel. You look at the picture real good, it is the picture of an angel holding a light.
Ah.
And the falseness card, this falseness card. So that's telling me, be careful too on what you're seeing as well, because sometimes things could come in false images. It don't always be what you think you're seeing. Things can come in all types of forms and shapes and being a lie as well. The devil can come in a disguise. Okay, on the solitude card, I pull an officer. You will have officers that stand up with you. So don't fret. You're going to have officers that stand up with you. You just going to have to know who those officers are, but you will have officers who stand up with you. You will have some backup. And with your heartache and loss, you're going to have some spiritual guidance. This is my spiritual card. You will have some spiritual guidance. So do that make sense to you, Brian? All right, Patrick. That's about pretty much all I could pull out of that. We come from all walks of life on this channel, and that's like I said, that's what makes it so good. Um, we all don't have to see eye to eye, but we all don't have to see eye to eye, but we all can still um chat. Hello. You unmute yourself. You're on mute. You see a microphone with a red line on it. You on the Zoom page or look on the Zoom page? It's a little microphone with a red line on it. Oh, let's see. Let me see. Can you see my screen? Can you see? Can I see it? Can I see it? No. Maybe it's too bright. It's I don't think I can turn it around. It's if you on the Zoom page, it's a microphone down at the bottom, and it's a red line through it, and you just click it. It's at the bottom. Should be on the left-hand side, probably. Bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, I don't know what to tell him to push. Oh, well, he left. I didn't know what else to tell him to push. Mm, sure. All right, Brian. Look like the babies. Okay. All right. Castledor. There's a microphone down at the bottom. Just a little round microphone with a line through it. Okay. Yeah. With a board. With a board. Okay. Kids complaining. Hello, man. Okay, where my girl go? Well, I mean, I don't know whether you're a girl or not. Castledor. Okay. Oh yeah, you had a great video. Okay, I pulled a Jack of Clubs. It says you enthusiastic and you look for new venture. Probably should put my little cards out too. I don't know. I feel naked after little cards. So let me just give you some little cards real quick because I feel a little bit naked. Okay. All right. Says you enthusiastic pursuit and new venture. However, I pulled the jealousy card. Oh Lord. I forgot I'm not on my phone. I'm sorry, y'all. I do my readings on my phone, so I forgot about the light not showing up so well. Sorry about that. Sorry. My bad. I know what I'm thinking. And I pull the jealousy card. So this lets me know that you have somebody who's lurking around you in jealousy. Okay. Um, you seeking new venture, you enthusiastic person, but somebody's lurking in jealousy around you. I pulled the 9 of Diamonds. This is structure without regret and self-care. And I pulled the marriage card. So you've made sacrifice without regret. You've taken care of yourself. So the sacrifice without regret, I don't know whether you thinking about someone else, meaning a marriage or some type of ceremony, or just I try not to read marriage into it, but I'm just gonna say ceremony. Um, yeah. I try not to speak in marriage because people, be like, what? No, I'm not getting married. Then I pull the Ace of Diamonds. This is peace and open-mindedness. And I pull the Widow card. You have peace and you're open-minded. So, but there's some probably in your subconscious mind that you still need to bury or put away to be all the way at peace. It's still something that you're holding on to that you need to put all the way away. It could be in your unconscious mind or something that comes in the front, wants to show its ugly face from time to time. And, when you least expect it, it just pops out. You have peace, and every now and then it just kind of pops out on you. You need to bury it. So you stay in this mind frame at all times, in this peaceful mode. How was that for you? You still here? You trying. You're welcome. You know, sometimes you just got to practice. I try to tell people practice that I am love, you know what I'm saying? Um, and do that I am strong. I'm buffering. I can see myself buffering. I am strong. I am powerful. You know, I am, great. But, start saying that to yourself too, mentally. Start working on you. Start saying that to yourself on a regular basis. That'll help speed you up a little bit. If you just start saying, I am strong, you know, I am love. Start saying that to yourself, not me, you. Start saying that to yourself. To help speed up your transition. It works. You invoking that I am power. It works. Okay, people, I'm free to get out of here. I didn't hear y'all up enough. Yes, try it. It works. It does. I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong. I did the I am love so long, I started believing it. People was like, love is just a glitch. I'd be like, no, I'm not. Thank you. You take care too. Thank y'all for being with me. Thank y'all for sharing with me. I am love. We are love. Thank you for watching.